NY, what the deal? It's your boy GeeQue in the building as always, telling all y'all ladies come freak with the fellas. Now, tonight, I can honestly say, man, I'm with a dude that I respect. I bang to your music, man. I'm a fan.
Right.
I do DJ Premier, man.
Right.
My pleasure.
How's everything?
Everything's good.
Right,
I can't complain. How you feel?
I'm maintaining, staying busy. It's a crazy week, but this is how we get it in, you know?
All right. So before we talk about some of the stuff you're doing now, let's get your history. How you even got into hip hop in the first place? Just
from you know, respecting the you know, music in general. You know, I'm a little older than the average, you know, rap fan. I'm 41, so I'm from a different era. I'm from the era of pre-hip hop. There wasn't no hip hop when we was young. Right. We had Curtis Mayfield, Aretha Franklin. We had, you know, the Jackson 5. We had the whole Motown, you know, with Diana Ross and Smokey Robinson, and you know, we had Teddy Pendergrass, and you know, you name it. We had Natalie Cole. We had all the elements that made hip hop what it is. We had Millie Jackson, Barcades, Cameo, whatever. You know, before Word Up. You know, so all of those records and stuff that I grew up in the '70s is what molded me to do what we do now, because those were our party records, those were our gangster records or whatever, you know, Barry White, all that. So to develop and watch hip hop grow into the era from 1973 on up, when it was scratching and cutting, I studied and understood it because the music they were playing at the park jams with Kool Herc and Bambaataa and you know, Love Bug Starsky and people like that, and you know, Jazzy J, Grand Wizard Theodore and Flash. They were playing those records, and if it wasn't, you know, they throw a Beatles record on, but they knew how to throw it on to make it hip hop. And every genre of music was embraced by the culture. So that's why I was sampling. We could take from anything and make a hot beat. So I just was addicted to it from the jump, and I totally understood it from day one. I didn't have to be taught. I was being taught as it went along. As it grew, I grew along with it. So I don't never disrespect it as a culture. That's why I don't never make it watered down. So being that you've seen it from its beginning stages, well, you said pre-hip hop, so before that, to where it is now, like, what is your like, if you had to analyze the game right now, what is your thoughts on it? I mean, the way the industry is on a commercial level is messed up, because I mean, commercialism has softened and weakened and watered down the whole mix of it, where we're still doing our stuff raw, but you don't really hear it on radio, because now mix show is not the same definition as when I grew up. When I grew up, mix show was Marley Marl and Mr. Magic, Red Alert, you had Chuck Chill Out, you had the Awesome 2, you had Hank Love and DNA, and all of them played new stuff that was so unheard of. Every record, at least every 2 weeks, there was new records out. Now a label will have one record from an artist, and then the album's out, and you don't build a buzz or give the consumer enough to trust the artist to have a solid album. So without that, you end up not spending money on it until you wait to hear if it's good, and then the album sales decline. So then that makes the major labels tell you, you got to do something that's going to make your album sell. So all the artists that you look up to that used to do it hardcore and raw soften up just to keep their bills paid. I can't do that. I'm all about integrity and respect for the culture. So since I live and respect that, I'll suffer a little bit. It's nothing. I'm independent now, and we're suffering a little bit compared to the money we used to bring in back when I used to be on a major label. But I'd rather have my freedom than to be locked down to a major label where I can't drop a record whenever I want. I can drop a record whenever I want. And I love that freedom, so we good. And I'm glad there's people like you still in the game. Oh, yeah, that's necessary. Yeah, for sure. Now, before we get out of here, I definitely want to know what are some of the projects you're working on now? I have a new label called Year Round Records. It's dedicated to the purest form of hip hop. I have 4 artists on my label. NYG's, who has a street album coming out September 11th. Okay. And then I'm going to do their first official album. I'm going to produce the entire thing. So on my label, Year Round Records. I also have Black Poet. Look out for him. He has an album coming out. He's from Queensbridge. Yeah, I've heard. He has an album coming out called The Best That Never Did It. Okay. NYG's album is called Welcome to G-Dom, but it's coming out on Traffic, Year Round Records. But then the first official album is called Pros and Cons. So look out for that. Also, I have an artist from Texas named Khalil. Look out for him. And also Nick Jarvis from Jersey. It's going to be a very busy year. Also Teflon from MOP, got him popping off with his album called Contraband. Big Suge of the Gangstar Foundation is coming out with an album July 17th called Street Champ. I also have a Sirius satellite radio show every Friday night from midnight to 2 called Live from Headquarters. Me and Big Suge host it together. We only break new records. It's a dope show. And also, Royce 5'9" is executive producing his album.
Wow.
It's gonna be real hard.
You real busy, it's safe to
Yeah,
say.
yeah, for sure.
Well, yo, man, once again, man, my pleasure. If you need me, I'm here for you.
For sure.
DJ Premier,
That's what it
GeeQue. We'll catch y'all next week, man.
Yo, what up? This DJ Premier telling all you ladies, come freaking with the fellas. That's what's going down, you heard? One love.